Hello, Leo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of August 2nd through August 8th. And during that time, we first start off with the waning gibbous moon energy, and that is a time of self-reflection and rebirth, a good time to make positive changes, but also to get rid of bad habits and negative thinking. So we then have the last quarter moon, and that comes in on the 6th or the 7th, depending on where you are. I realize I just did 6, 7. That's really funny. I'm not even, none of us are really sure what that means, right? But that is the time of our dreams kind of coming to fruition. Those things that we started during the new moon, we're starting to see that, oh, I've been a success at this. You know, if it was some sort of change that you were making, or project that you were working on, things are working out great. Or it's a time to go, okay, we're not quite done with this yet. Let's reassess and let's restart on the next new moon and make the appropriate changes. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Leo. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is to take time to breathe out. So, are you breathing it in? Are you a little stressful, making sure those inward breaths get in, but not breathing out? I totally understand that vibe. Just that. And you're waiting for that breath out, right? So take that time to breathe out if you've been like, ugh, doing that. Anyway, my fun weekly reminder, Leo, for you this week is that you pay attention to the world around you when it comes to synchronicities this week. And this could be, repeating number patterns that you're seeing. It could be an old friend that you haven't thought of in forever, and all of a sudden they call you or shoot you a text, or you run into them. That's very synchronistic. It could be a book that just falls into your hands, like someone just literally hands you a book. Oh, I'm supposed to read this. So pay attention to those types of things that are going on. It could be signs and symbols from the universe, or just things that it's just, they have a weird way of just getting in front of you. So pay attention to those synchronicities this week. And that's my fun weekly reminder. Do that. Okay. Let's get into this reading, Leo, for August 2nd through the 8th. Take time to breathe out. Let's see what you guys have going on. Your present energy, the Hermit card. So you might just be breathing out because maybe it's time for some sort of decision making, right? Um, and there's that feeling when you have to make a decision and it's like, am I making the right decision? So I kind of get that feeling, but the Hermit card is about inner wisdom, inner searching, looking for those answers that are inside you. This is just taking a little solitude, a little bit of time out and time for yourself to really understand what your next step is. So take that time to do it, to do that evaluation, and then also to breathe out a little bit, right? Your current situation is the Justice card. So some sort of truth that has come about, that's making you have to make this decision. So, this could be something that you've realized about yourself. It could be something you've learned about someone else or some situation that you're in. But this is a card of truth, equilibrium, things being in order, things being fair, so, make sure you're paying attention to whatever those things that are coming about for you, especially as you go into this hermit mode and make decisions about things. At the root of your situation this week is the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be something material, it could be something about money, something about a job. The Queen of Pentacles is about really having the understanding of that suit and the feminine aspects of it. The softer, the more intuitive ways and empathetic ways about money, that you understand money or you understand the material, and not only with yourself but the people around you. So you're um empathetic to, maybe you've got your money in order but your friend doesn't, but you're empathetic to it, right? It's not like you're judgy or whatever. So this could be the situation that you're, maybe you're evaluating even your own situation, your own financial and material situation right now. In your recent past is the Eight of Swords. So in your recent past, there's something that you've had to think your way out of. Maybe you've had to, the phrase bite your tongue is coming up for some reason, but you've had to think your way, and there's some situation again that's coming to light, coming to truth. Again, take time to breathe out. This too shall pass, these feelings. What's on your mind this week, Leo? Is the Empress card. So the Empress card is about For she is our mother. She's the most creative female card in the deck anyway. When it comes to creating life, that's what one of the empresses. She's the card of pregnancy and life coming into the world. So her garden is full and things are in bloom. But also, if it's not about pregnancy for you, if it could be about entering into things, projects, and creative things that you want to do long term, but it's making that commitment to make the commitment to the long term. The Empress doesn't enter into something lightly. Like I said, like motherhood, it would be something that this is going to go on for years to come. It's not something that you're making a decision about what to do next week creatively. It's something that's a really long term that you really want to throw yourself and time and energy into. What is just ahead of you this week is the King of Swords. So remember when I said bite your tongue or hold your tongue? Um, for some reason that was coming about. And King of Swords. And there was a very interesting reading with the Gemini. If you have a Gemini in your life, go watch their reading. But King of Swords ahead of you is to be very logical, but also very truthful and maybe even a little biting in your speech, right? The King of Swords does not mess around. He says what's on his mind, but also does things in a very logical way. It's not very touchy feely. It's like this is the logical step and this is what needs to be done. So but back here, I had the feeling again, and maybe you've been holding your tongue, and again, the take and breathing in and holding your tongue. You might just let things out, and this might be the breathe out is the saying the thing that's on your mind this week. In your advice position, is the Fool card. So it's about a new journey. So it could be that you say the thing that's on your mind and it starts you on a new journey. Maybe it starts you on just saying things like that more often. Like, oh, well, that was effective. Let me just say that. I mean, I don't know many Leos that hold back on what they say, but sometimes, sometimes you're just trying to be nice and not hurt feelings. So I get it. But the advice is to go ahead and be on that new journey, to take whatever energy that is and take some sort of leap of faith when it comes to whatever you're working on this week. Okay, what is beyond your control is the Five of Wands. So also a little bit of debate and fives are a conflict card. So this could be just heated debate, maybe. It could be a little competition, but some sort of conflict that's going on where there might be disagreements and you just need to talk things out or say that thing that's on your mind, right? What is your secret desire or what are you trying to avoid is the High Priestess. So is it your secret desire? We were talking about paying attention to synchronicities and maybe even things in your dreams or things that you just know intuitively. And is that your secret desire, or are you trying to just avoid that at all costs? You might even know the answers to all of these questions, but you're like, that seems a little out there, because it could be related to some synchronistic thing or some dream or something that you've had. But many times those things are there to guide us. So is it your secret desire to maybe pay attention to those things? Or again, are you just like, no, that's too crazy. I'm not going to do that. There's no right or wrong. And different Leos might react to that in different ways and do different things. But the big thing is to ask and answer that question and really understand the answer of it, right? In your outcome position here is the Three of Pentacles, which is about creative collaboration. So this could be something that you are collaborating on where there's just things that come up that are, maybe a little bit, disagreements, things that you're working on. And it may be that you do want to set off on a new journey when it comes to this, even within that creative project that you work on. But in the end, you will come together to some sort of solution with others. And it looks like it'll just great minds will get together and come up with the best solution. All right. What's hidden from you, Leo, is the feeling like an outsider. So you feel very engaged, very involved in whatever this thing is. But again, it's time to breathe out, and it might be time to just start off on a new foot and do something a little bit new and take that big leap of faith. So let's see what the wrap up card here from the Soul Oracle deck. Let's get you a final message from the Soul Oracle deck for this reading for Leo, August 2nd through the 8th. Final message. Okay, the card that comes out for you is to speak up. Okay, here we are with that King of Swords there. Speak up. So there is something, it looks like there is something on your mind or something that's come to light that you do need to speak up. Does that start this off on a new energy? Maybe. It's something creative that you've entered into for the long term, and there's some collaboration that goes on with it as well. So, whatever this thing is, you need to speak out. speak up, and then also breathe out. All right, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Leo. Self-care for Leo. And the card that you get is the card that says energy. Stop trying to please everyone. Everyone is a whole lot of people. Protect your energy. Yeah, you can't be a people pleaser. Sometimes you're just trying to, it's nice you're trying to appease people, but some people you just can't please everybody, right? So, Leo, make sure that you speak up, make sure that you breathe out, get through this so that you can start on a new clear journey. And maybe it's just time to, sometimes it's time to air the laundry, right? Just get it out, get some air and everything. So, Leo, I wish you the best of luck with this. I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. Of course, if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below and let me know. I'd be happy to see, what if you guys had a situation like this. It helps me as a reader to get a little feedback there. So I appreciate that. Also, if you like my channel, or I'm sorry, if you like my reading style, it would help my channel if you would hit like and subscribe. So I really appreciate that. I notice there's a lot of people coming back to the readings every week, and that makes me feel so good because I really do love doing these readings for you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Good luck with this, Leo, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.